Go.
Hi, I'm State Senator Scott Renfroe. We got a busy session going this year in the Colorado General Assembly. I'm bringing quite a few bills forward this year. The first bill that we're going to have is actually going to be up in committee tomorrow in the Judiciary Committee, and it's a bill on ethics and trying to bring more ethics into our government and hold people accountable for their actions. We actually have on statutes a law that once you are employed by the government or you contract with them and you leave, then you need to have a cooling off period before you can actually sign contracts back to the government and work for them so that there's no inside deals or anything taking place. Well, that's a law on our statutes, but we don't have any penalty if you break that law. And so there are a lot of examples of people that are setting things up for once they leave employment of the government, and then they're cashing in on contracts after they leave in terms of commissions or just straight out salary for other companies in working back to the government. And so what the statutes is you should have a 6-month cooling off period. And what my bill would do is, the first bill is we're going to create a penalty within there so that once you do leave government, if the judges or a district attorney would have some authority to hold you accountable for breaking the law that people have felt is important. And it's different than Amendment 41, which the voters passed a few years ago, but it also still deals with ethics in government. And so I think it's a good bill to hold accountable, and that's, we want to do that in government. The second bill is kind of a different bill. I'm dealing with is unlicensed daycares. And basically what an unlicensed daycare is that's a family that has kids that they watch within their own home. And so right now under Colorado law, you could watch one family's children in your home, unlimited number of kids, and not have to be regulated or licensed by the state and watched by the state. But if you watch two families' kids, then you need to be licensed and go through all the regulations and have your home inspected and everything up to standards that are in our regulations. Well, the bill I'm carrying would be to expand the unlicensed daycare to allow a person to watch two families' children, and as long as they had parental consent from all parents that are involved with the kids. And I think obviously this is putting the power back in the parents' hands, giving them the responsibility to look at the daycare, see if that's a place they would like their kids, and then have that opportunity to make that choice, as opposed to putting the burden of government regulation on something as simple as child care in a home. And there are examples of people out there that have had issues with this, where the state's come to their door and said, oh, you're breaking state law, you need to cease and desist, or we're going to fine you, and you will face penalties. And so that's some of the challenges that we're facing, and those are two of the first bills I'm bringing out. A third bill that I have that I've been working on for a long time, and it's been a challenging bill to work with, deals with our youth corrections facilities in this state. And the youth correction facility has a couple different roles in our state. Number one, it's for obviously juveniles that have been convicted of crimes, and some of them could even be in for life, but they would serve portion of their sentence in a juvenile facility until they would reach the age of 21, and so that then they would go into the general population of our jails. The other thing that this facility also handles is it would handle juveniles that are awaiting trial and just in for temporarily until they have their trial and their court date. And so you have a real blend of population, in that you have people that are there for a long time, then you have ones that are just coming in. Well, we've come to our attention that there's been a lot of injuries and accidents, children on children, staff on children, children on staff. And so what I'm trying to do is bring some transparency to the process in how we report the claims that are in there of abuse and accidents, and that way we can kind of look and see how we can better help the kids that are there, keep them safe, and then also protect the staff that's there and make sure that the transparency is there to help that process along. So that's a challenging bill just because of the way our statutes are written. Again, this is State Senator Scott Renfroe. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this YouTube, and we'll be bringing you more YouTubes throughout the year on different issues that are happening at the Capitol. And thank you for allowing me the honor to serve in Senate District 13 here in Colorado, in the Colorado Senate. Have a good day.